Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, I mean from start to finish, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red subscribe button down below and turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
As the father, so basically the family is desirous to give us an update and also how their feeling is generally regards what has transpired so far. Over to you, Uncle.
Good afternoon. My name's Banda, the father to Honorable J. Banda. The truth is, we are also as a family concerned at the moment, looking at what has been going on from time Honorable J was abducted. When the day he was abducted, it was a Friday. I stayed at the farm. It was difficult for the children to communicate with me, so they communicated in the morning, told me about his abduction and the vehicle which was found at the police station, also the two phones which were in the motor vehicle. They explained, they said, we are at the police station right now. So I said, okay, since time would not allow me to travel, to come down, so go ahead, keep on updating me every step you come through. That day went, that was Saturday, went, nothing happened. They had no information, neither anything to them. So they said, Dad, we have not heard anything, so please you have to come. So I came. We started making our own search as a family, thinking probably it could be in one of the houses. It failed. And we had a night. The following morning, we continued with our program, but nothing happened. But Sunday, I went back to the farm. Sunday night, I don't know, it was around the 12 midnight. They called me. They said, Dad, Jay has been found. Where? Said, in curfew. Hey, why curfew? So I said, I cannot travel, it's late. I will just come in the morning. I said, no, right now we are going to a district hospital where we want to take him because he's in a very bad condition. So I said, okay, do whatever you can do. You are grown-up children. So the children did the same. They took the Honorable to the hospital. And when they took him to the hospital, they were trying to get help from doctors there so that they can have X-ray and other, issues, but they were interrupted. They could not go ahead with what they wanted because there were a lot of, I didn't see them, but that's what I was told. There were a lot of policemen who came and I don't know if it's paramilitary, whatever, I don't know. So quickly the children had they got him out from the I don't know if it was a surgery or ward. Then they took him to the vehicle. They started rushing, coming to Lusaka, but they were being followed, chased by a number of police. And on the way, they found every 10 kilometers there was a police vehicle. So, but they managed to pull through up to the hospital. When they took him to the hospital here in Lusaka, it's a private hospital. They came, the police opened, kicked the door, got Jay from the bed where he was, pushed him into the ambulance, brought him to Mainasoko. Then when they brought him to Mainasoko, he was admitted, and we're all happy to see that at least there was a safety now. So what happened now at Mainasoko, when he was admitted, they did not allow anyone to go in. Fortunate enough, following morning when I came, I met the two chiefs. But prior to that, I had a phone call from Chief Mumbi, who said they are in Lusaka, we should meet. So we met, and we went to the hospital. They didn't want anyone to see Honorable that day, but luckily, when they were told that there are 3 chiefs here who wants to see Emmanuel from Eastern Province, and the father is here, wants to see the son, the commandant there allowed us. We went in, and we found the boy, on the bed. I was really relieved after seeing him. I knew he's out of danger. So from that day to yesterday, we were assured, actually, in between, to say, no, we are discharging him tomorrow. And when we discharge him, he has to go home. That's what we knew as a family. So I relaxed. I said, oh, children, you are there. Let me go back to the farm. When they discharge him, take him to the house. Please demand also for security from the state, so that he's at home, to recover quickly, because the trauma I had through this abduction was serious. Even when I went to see him, I could see that he has to see, oh, it's you, that, okay. Oh, is this one? I could see that the boy was not okay. Then I asked the commandant. He said, no, definitely he's not okay. We need to give time to see how he's going to respond. We involve other people so that they can come and do some physio. So, which was good to me. I was happy. I briefed the family. They said, no, I think it's a good step. We wait and see. So I went back to the farm. So yesterday he was discharged, like what we were promised. After discharging him, what I heard again, they phoned me. They said, no, Dad, we've been told that Jay has to go to what place is to the other command. I don't know which command. Command center. They need to get some statements from him, but it's next to Ready Break. I said, oh, it's normal. The police have to do their work, because they cannot just take him home like that without getting a bit of information from him. That is too early. They should have just given him time to rest, as he's still not feeling too well. So I said, no, we'll be. I said, wait and hear what they are going to say. They went in the company of the lawyer, and there were supposed to be 3 on the panel, but they refused the other 2 lawyers. They only allowed 1 lawyer. And he was there until when he finished giving in the statement. Later, after I'm told he finished around 14. Then later they said, no, we have to interview the wives as well. Then wives were also interviewed. They gave in their own statement after being interviewed. Well, we thought from there, I think they were going to do like what they said yesterday. The spokesman, what he said on the television, I was happy. They said, no, Honorable definitely gave in his statement, and there was no any torture or anything. It was voluntary and very good statement. We are very happy with it. So I said, oh, fine. If statement was given, then they'll give him chance now to go home and rest. But next, I was told, no, we don't know where Jay has gone. So, you don't know where he has gone. Now, what do we do is late now. I only come tomorrow. Later again, the phone, they said, no. We went to Cheston, went to some places where we were told he could be. But instead, they took him to Kabwata. There in Kabwata, I don't know what happened. From there, they took him back to Mainasoko, where he is currently admitted. So our concern as a family, we've seen cases, we've heard cases, but it's very strange. The police, they should be human as well, because like the condition the young man was found in, no parent would still want to further torture the young man. We are human beings. Tomorrow there will be something else. And him being, a government property, the government is supposed to be more concerned about him. Because all what is looking forward now, Honorable Jay, it's to have peace in his house, see his children, see his wife, see all the parents and so forth. At least that will bring his trauma down. Because now, after that torture, the abductors went through with him, and now the police have added their own torture again, because this is really serious. It's torture. Because you cannot punish a person twice like the way they are doing it. He's not a criminal. It's not aggravated robbery that, no, this chap, if we leave him loose, he will run away. No, Jay is known. He's a known figure. But all what we are appealing is that they should feel sorry for him. When he's discharged, we don't know. I'm told they further want to add more charges. Which charges? Which they did not, deal with Jay before he was abducted. Did they want to wait for abduction so that they have chance to slap him with other charges? Because what I know, all the charges he had, some of the charges he had, they were finished by the court. He didn't have any pending case, which as a family we know, apart from this one now, which happened. So please, this is my appeal, to the state. We are all state people. We should feel sorry for each other, and we should see that the young man comes out, gets home, and join the family. People, I think I don't have much to say. This is all what I thought we should share together. Maybe this can touch even the politicians now who are politicians right now, the ones who are ruling us. They have children. It's not that their children are perfect, but once they are in a problem like this one, they are the ones in forefront and help the children to come out. And we know, we've read in press, we've read everywhere. It's not only Jay who has committed this, that now it can be something that they should not feel sorry. No, please, I'm appealing to them to be sorry about it. Let the young man be free, let him join us so that we can talk, and he tells us who definitely did this. They should not continue adding trauma on him. I thank you, people. Maybe one or two.
All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe at the moment, at this time, we'll allow one or two questions regards what has been talked about right now. Yeah. Yes, my brother.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You in your statement you said you had a chance to see Jay. In what condition was he in at the time you had sight on him? In what condition was he in? Was he, just to make that some clarity, was some section of society saying he had no injuries? So you who saw him, in what condition was he in?
I'm sorry. Maybe it's just, what we hear on media and so forth. The time I went to the hospital to see him, Jay was not in good condition. On the feet and here at the back. I don't know what they were using. Maybe it was a shambok or a hose pipe, which I saw myself with my own eyes. He was not in good shape.
Another question? Maybe for the sake of those that have come late, that you can just tell them your names again.
The others will just come.
Those that have come, just want to get your name.
Okay, my name, gentlemen, Goodwin Banda. I am father to Honorable J. Banda.
Maybe just a quick one. Maybe after the interview yesterday, did you have any chance to talk to Jay or any family member? Do they have an opportunity to talk to Jay? Because I'm saying this because there are some names that are already flying around Facebook indicating that Jay mentioned some names that could have been behind his abduction.
Me, no. I just intend to go and see him right now because I've just come in. And sisters also had no chance because immediately he was discharged, he was racing straight to the police station where they had no chance to talk to. Then from there again, when they finished giving him statements, he came down straight, he was put in the vehicle. He had no chance to talk to anybody.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't go because the council, senior council, state council, Sakura Squatter is here just to also give a little bit of detail of what really transpired. So allow him to sit and then council. Yeah, it's okay. State Council, you're welcome, and we're actually eagerly waiting for you.
No.
And the press is obviously ready to hear what you have to say, and maybe later we'll just allow 2 or 3 questions, just to maybe points of reality and all that. Over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon to you all. As you know, I'm the lawyer for Honorable J.J. Banda and also lawyer for his family. I'm sure you've heard that yesterday we were at command center of the police, and my client had been taken from the hospital, and they had told him that they were bringing him home. That is the story they gave him. And as a result, he was in fact in his dressing gown, because in his mind he was getting into the car going home, so there was no need for him to change into civilian clothes. And then it turned out that that is not actually what they wanted to do, and they took him away to command center. He had rang me before they started off, and they told me that they were taking him home. So I told him that, well, tell them to wait so that I will come over and be the one who actually takes you home. If they want to escort us, they can. And I think when they heard that, they then immediately just took him away. It is very, very unfair that somebody who is legally represented can be taken away to go and be interrogated without his lawyers being informed, without his lawyers being present. They cannot say they did not know how to contact me, because my details are at Mainasoko. My details are with the police themselves, and if they really wanted to, they could have asked my client for my numbers. So it was definitely an attempt to start interrogating him without his lawyers, which is against the Constitution of Zambia. Luckily, my client knew his rights, and he refused to start talking to them, and he remained quiet, and he waited for me to finally get to command center. When we got to command center, I had a brief discussion with him, looked at the state he was in, looked at the discharge slip that the hospital had given, which clearly stated that he has got aspects of stress, acute stress disorder. And prior to that, the psychiatric doctor had actually said that the best way for him to recover was for him to get into familiar surroundings with familiar people, i.e. his family and so on, and that this is what would help him to recover. But if he was taken into a foreign environment, that this would be detrimental to his health. The authorities know this, and the discharge slip is there. I told the people at command center that this is a discharge slip, and my client is not in a position to be able to give a statement or to be interrogated. They insisted that if he didn't give a statement, they were not going to let him go. Again, this is a breach of the Constitution of Zambia, a clear breach of the Constitution of Zambia. We told them that he is not in a fit state to be able to talk, but they insisted. They took us to the room where the interrogations were to take place, and I was actually set back and surprised. Immediately I walked in, I found that there were 9 people in the room, so he was going to be interrogated by 9 people. This is somebody who the doctors have said should not be put in a stressful situation, and you go and force him into an interrogation by 9 people. Those 9 officers did not introduce themselves. Only about 3 of them introduced themselves. The others did not want to. I do not know why. One would only think that perhaps they're not police officers. Maybe they were from special branch, maybe they were political cadres. One will never know, because they did not introduce themselves. naturally, being interviewed and interrogated by people who are even refusing to identify themselves put him at greater stress. That is no doubt about that. And this questioning and interrogation went on past lunchtime, late into the afternoon. When he had been taken away from the hospital that morning, the only thing he had was a very, very, very light breakfast, very light. And so from the time he was there right up to after 17 hours when they took him away from us, he did not have anything to eat. This is a patient from a hospital bed that you keep for hours without any food and water. I think that clearly that is a breach of his rights, and it paints a very, very sad picture of our democracy. Such things should surely not be happening in Zambia. As we were finishing with him, they then said that they wanted to interview the wives, and they started to do so. I asked that even as they interview the wives, he be allowed to go home, rest, and change. And the person who was in charge said no, he could not go. I asked, is he under arrest for you to say he cannot go? They said, no, we're not letting him go. Again, this is a breach of his rights, and it is totally inhumane for them to have acted that way. One could clearly see that he was getting weaker and weaker as we were sitting there. But they didn't mind, they didn't care about that. So as I was with one of the wives during her interrogation by the 9, we were told that one of the other wives came in and said they're come to take him away. And so I had to quickly go out to see what is happening, and 2 people had come and they wanted to take him away whilst I was in the other room. They didn't even have the courtesy to tell me that we're taking your client. They wanted to just abduct him secretly and take him away. We tried to negotiate with them, but they were dead set on doing what they were doing. I said, he is in my custody, you cannot take him, and they took him away. That amounts actually to the 3rd abduction within a week that my client has undergone. He was abducted from his own car, he was abducted from Medlands Hospital, and he was abducted from the arms of his lawyers yesterday. And this is somebody who has acute stress disorder, which they know about, but they put him through such stress. They told us that they're taking him to Force headquarters, but that was again a lie. It seems that they are not able to give simple truths. Instead, what they did is they took him in the car, and we were saying that the wife must also accompany him, since they were refusing that he should come in my vehicle, and they agreed to that. So we thought. So I started going towards my car so that I would be able to follow. Immediately I had gone some distance, they stopped the wife from getting in. They pushed in my client, slammed the doors, and sped off. And I was not able to start to follow them in good time. I actually lost which direction they were in. Now, you have somebody with acute stress disorder having his wife pushed out of the car, having the doors slammed, and the car speeding off. You don't know where they're taking you. Your family and your lawyers have been left behind. That naturally would raise your stress levels. Again, I ask, is this the Zambia that we want? Is this really the Zambia that we want? Is this what we want to tell the outside world we are? We went to Force headquarters, and it turned out that they never went there. They had merely lied to us. And we then started trying to go to all kinds of police stations because we didn't know where he was. Somebody who went to Kabwata then alerted everybody that actually he's at Kabwata police station. And I started turning around. I was in Charleston by then. I was going to check on Charleston police station to come back to Kabwata. As we were getting close to Kabwata, a call came to say actually he has collapsed. And we carried on trying to get to Kabwata. And then we're told he's been taken away. By the time I wasn't sure where. But then somebody who had gone to check at Maina Soko then alerted us that they've brought him to Maina Soko. So I dashed there naturally, being his lawyer, and wanting to find out exactly what the status of my client was, if he had been charged with anything, if so, what was he charged with, was he read his rights, etc. The things that a lawyer will do for a client. I got to Maina Soko, and again, they denied me access to my client. Today as well, I have not had access to my client. They say that one should go and get permission from Home Affairs. This is the weekend, Home Affairs is closed. There's nobody there. So in other words, basically they're saying I cannot have access to my client. We are, of course, going to go to court with regards to this, and we are also going to be raising this with organizations such as the Human Rights Commission of Zambia. The unfortunate thing about the Human Rights Commission of Zambia is that some of the commissioners have been making statements with regards to this which are highly prejudicial, highly unprofessional for them to do so, because how do they then look at a complaint from somebody if they've been making adverse comments about the very thing? In fact, it would be best that those commissioners who have been making comments should either resign, or if the president really believes that he wants to secure the rule of law in Zambia, he should remove them. When you have that kind of position, you cannot be speaking anyhow. Yes, everybody under the Constitution has got the freedom of expression, but when you are in a certain position, that freedom of expression is not there anymore. If you want to have that freedom of expression, then leave that position. You can no longer be commissioner. If that commissioner has any morality, any strain of morality, she will step aside. So that is the current position.
Questions, one or two? Yes.
Counsel, you were with Jay yesterday. There's a rumor going around that you mentioned he's abducted. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. He did mention his abductors.
Were they?
Two of them that he mentioned are high government officials, actually stationed at Community House, since everything in Zambia is done at Community House, based at Community House. And then also Mwinde, the youth chair for UPND in Southern Province. The one, yes, the one who made that video which has gone viral, which you have all heard. And after we had done that, I asked them to say, you now have names of people. Naturally, you should call them in and interview them and get the story as to where they were in the days leading up to the abductions, the days whilst he was in abduction, whom they were communicating with, and where they were. We heard that Mwinde was in Lusaka a few days before. They should actually be looking at what were his movements whilst he was here. Whom was he in contact with whilst he was here in Lusaka? If they are serious, they'll do that, and they'll let the nation know that this is what we have done with regards to these people who were named by my client.
I actually had a similar question. Just to add on it, we believe that CCTV cameras in Osaka are working, and the command center has access to them. Why are they so? Why is the police so hesitant to crack down on what really happened on that fateful day, if these cameras are working and they are under their custody?
That is something that the public relations of the police must come and clearly explain to the people. Ray Hamonga should come and have a press conference, not where he's saying, you people out there, stop speculating, stop talking, and so on over this issue. If he wants people to stop speculating and talking over this issue, he should come and clearly state the CCTV cameras that we have. We've looked at them. Here is even Honorable JJ Banda passing on this road. There's this vehicle which is close by coming after him, or there's no vehicle. Those kind of things should be given to the people quite clearly. From the time he was abducted, they should look at the CCTV and see whether there was any vehicles on any one of these roads going towards Kafue, which was over speeding and so on, because he has stated that they were moving quite fast. And that is somebody at that hour driving that way on the CCTV cameras should be able to be picked up. If they were serious with the investigations, those are the things that they would do. Ray Hamonga would come and say, we've looked at the stretch from Lusaka to Kafue. These are the vehicles. There were 87 vehicles which went through from this time to this time. We have followed up on all the 87 vehicles to find out who those owners are, where they were going, why at that time. But none of that is being done.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for taking time to have come here to get an update from the family of Honorable J. Banda, as well as his lawyer. I want to appeal to all of us that please, let's be ready at any time in case there will be another update. The family is going to guide us and will definitely communicate to all of you.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.